that the
Well,
good
I'm
thing
very
made him do so.
glad that Christ was put on trial and that we have record of why. Because he was accused of being a terrorist,
Yes.
fomenting evil.
Yeah.
And the Roman procurator declared him guiltless of that. And the reason why is hugely important. Pilate saw him as a political threat to Rome and asked him, was he a king? Are you a king then? He said. Well, you said so, but I'm not a king in the way you mean. And Jesus went on to explain. And for me, this has been so important, coming from Northern Ireland and being accused of how could I be a Christian with this sort of background? Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this world. Otherwise, my servants would have been fighting that I shouldn't have been delivered to the Jews.
Quite.
But my kingdom is not from here. And then he went on to say what it was. And this is the positive side I find so important. To this end I was born. To this end I came into the world, said Jesus, to bear witness to the truth. And Pilate, perhaps not so cynically as people think, said, what is truth? And went out and said Jesus was innocent. Now, I've thought a great deal about that because that cameo is actually truth speaking to power, which is a very big issue. Let me put it this way. The one thing that you cannot impose on people by power is truth, especially if it's truth about forgiveness, peace with God, a new power to live, a new Lord to serve, who will lead us and guide us in life and will give us promises in the sense of dealing with our guilt and so on. You can't impose truth like that by violence. And I think Pilate realized that, which is why he said Jesus was innocent. In other words, people that take up AK-47, swords, bombs, anything to defend Christ and his message are not following him, they're disobeying him. And I think that's a very important message into a situation where people readily blame religions, and particularly Christianity, for war and violence. Christ can't be blamed for it. Disobedience to Christ can, but that's another story.